This is a supplementary video to a video that we previously posted demonstrating how to install and configure PhotoStation onto a Synology NAS. In this video, we are going to take a look at some of the features in PhotoStation to help you get started with the application. First, we will take a look at a couple of different methods that we can utilize to add digital photographs to PhotoStation. We will then review how we can view our photographs from within PhotoStation via the web browser on our computer. Please note that currently neither PhotoStation or our NAS have been configured for access via the internet, which means that our instance of PhotoStation will only allow photographs to be accessible by users connected to our home network. For this demonstration, we will use a number of digital photographs which will use the JPEG file format. You can also see that some of our photographs have already been organized into a folder called Countryside. The process for adding photographs to PhotoStation can be done in a number of different ways. However, for this demonstration, we will specifically look at two. If from our computer, we browse the network shares on our NAS by using an account with access privileges to the photo share, we can add photographs to PhotoStation simply by dragging and dropping our photographs into the photo share. You may have noticed that we also copied a folder into the photo share. Any folders in the photo share will be treated as an album by PhotoStation, and it offers us a simple way to keep our photographs organized. We'll be taking a closer look at albums when we log into PhotoStation. If we now open a web browser and in the address bar type the IP address of our NAS, followed by a / and the word photo, when we press enter on the keyboard, PhotoStation will load. You can see that because no photographs have been made public, none of the photographs that we've added to PhotoStation are being displayed. Let's sign into PhotoStation using the login credentials for one of the users of our home network. In the top right-hand side of PhotoStation, we have the name of the user whose login credentials we used. When we select the drop-down arrow, we are presented with two options: Help and Sign Out. The main area of PhotoStation consists of a series of thumbnail images organized first by album, then individual photograph. You can see that the album has automatically been assigned with a title that corresponds to the list of albums on the sidebar of PhotoStation. The album's title was taken from the name of the folder that we copied into the photo share on our NAS. Let's now take a look at another method for adding photographs to PhotoStation. If we select the drop-down menu next to Add, we are presented with two options. The first option allows us to create a new album from within PhotoStation, while the second option, Upload Files, provides us with an alternative method for copying photographs to PhotoStation. You can see that we're instructed to simply drag and drop a file into this window to upload that file into PhotoStation. However, as this drag and drop method does not always work with all browsers, we are going to use an alternative method that allows us to upload from our computer. We're also provided with an option that allows us to find photographs stored on our NAS and copy them into PhotoStation. In order to upload photographs into PhotoStation, we first need to decide if we wish to upload our photograph into an existing album. However, for this example, as we do not want the photograph that we will upload to our NAS to be in the Countryside album, we will leave Upload To set to Albums. If needed, we could create a new album by selecting Create Folder. However, let's instead select OK, and rather than trying to drag and drop a file, choose the option Your Computer. We now need to browse our computer for the images that we want to upload to PhotoStation. after highlighting the photographs that we want to upload. When we select Choose, a thumbnail of the photo that we are about to upload is presented in the Upload Files window. Before we upload this file, we need to decide what should happen if the file already exists in PhotoStation. When we select the drop-down menu, we are presented with three options: Rename, Skip, and Overwrite. For this example, we will leave this setting on its default of Rename. When we select OK, our photograph is uploaded to PhotoStation. As PhotoStation needs to index and prepare any images before they are displayed, while the image we've just uploaded is being processed, we will only see this placeholder. So while we wait, let's take a look at another photograph. When we select a photograph, that image fills the window of our browser. While this display can be used simply to view an image, PhotoStation also provides us with additional information about this image and some useful tools. Near the top right-hand corner of the browser window, we have an information icon. When we select this icon, a panel displays the metadata embedded in the file regarding the image we are viewing. If we so wish, we can also tag the image and add our own comments. By selecting the information icon for a second time, the panel displaying the metadata will disappear. In the bottom right-hand corner of our browser window, we have a number of menu options. Share, as the name suggests, allows us to share an image in PhotoStation with the internet. However, as our NAS is not currently configured to be accessible to anyone outside of our home network, this feature does not work. Next, we have a number of different options that allow us to edit the image that we are currently viewing. While Slideshow, as the name suggests, allows us to sequentially display a series of photographs. We'll be taking a closer look at this feature in a moment. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have another information icon, which when toggled will either hide or display the file name and date and time that the photograph was taken. After viewing an image, we can close the image and return to the PhotoStation home page by simply locating and selecting the Close button, which is situated in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You can see that while we were viewing a photograph, the photo that we uploaded to PhotoStation has now been indexed and is being displayed with our other images. Let's take a look at our albums. From the sidebar, you can see that we have a menu option called Albums. Under Albums, we have a heading called Countryside. This title corresponds with the title given to this image and was taken from the name of the folder we dragged and dropped into the Photo Network Share. To open this album, we can either select the link in the sidebar or click on the image with the title Countryside. When the Countryside album opens, we are presented with the images that are in the Countryside folder of our Photo Network Share. Let's select one of the images. As this album is made up of more than one photograph, we can cycle through our photo album using either the left or right chevron. You may have noticed that because we are viewing an album of images, the menu bar at the bottom of this window has an additional menu option. The Action menu provides us with an option that allows us to delete this image from PhotoStation's library of photographs. We can also choose this image as the album cover for the Countryside album. Next, we have three rotate options, which, as the name suggests, allows us to rotate an image in any way that we see fit. Finally, within the Action group, we have Rating, which allows a user to grade a photograph based on a 5-star rating system. Let's select Slideshow. You can see that as soon as we start a slideshow, PhotoStation enlarges to fill our screen. The slideshow will then constantly cycle the images from within our album. If we move the mouse pointer, a settings icon will become available in the top right-hand corner of the screen. When we select Settings, we are presented with a number of options that allow us to control the slideshow. Information will show or hide the file name, date and time for each individual photograph in the slideshow. Speed will allow us to control how long an image is displayed before it's cycled to the next image. While music allows a single piece of music to be played while the slideshow runs. However, unfortunately, it does not appear that we can substitute our own music tracks with the default song listed in this menu. Transition Effect lets us choose from a number of different visual effects to signify that one image has changed to another. Let's try changing the effect from Dissolve to Concentric. Or how about using Turn, so that it appears as if we are turning the page of a book. As Photo Station, we'll set the last transition effect to be the default transition for the next time that we run a slideshow. Let's return the effect to Dissolve. To exit out of slideshow mode, if we move the mouse pointer, we will see at the top of the screen the options Pause and Close. Let's select Close to return us to the thumbnail images of the Countryside album. To return to Photo Station's main screen, if we select Albums from the breadcrumb menu, we are once again shown the albums and photographs in our library. Finally, let's take a look at the different viewing options that we have. When we select the drop-down menu next to View, we're presented with a number of different options. By default, our images are presented as a photo wall. We can change the aspect ratio for the thumbnail images in the photo wall by selecting one of the options in the Detail Mode submenu. Let's once again select Photo Wall. Timeline, as the name suggests, will display our photographs in the date and time order that they were taken. The final mode is Map, which will display a world map to help us identify where a photograph was taken. However, this feature will only work if the photograph's metadata includes the GPS coordinates from where the picture was taken. Let's return to Photo Wall mode. And having now reviewed some of the main features in Photo Station, let's log out of this user account.